Moment to thank Mimra Mahmood, who's VP of Enterprise at APAC Meltwater, to have flown in all the way from Singapore. So thank you so much, and I hope it was all worth it. And just in case for those who missed it, that was Shalini from PVR Inox and Sayeda from EY. So that's that. We'll move into the third segment now, which is the third and last Collective Insights showcase by ShareChat and Moj. And luckily, we have the whole speaker roster coming on stage for ShareChat. So come on over, let's have a full stage, let's hear all about it. That's the, topic.
I'm Karthik, I'm from ShareChat and Moj. And first of all, before I start, a big thank you to MMA for setting this up. I think I've been to a bunch of events, and I think this is the first of its kind where you're doing a very close group discussion on a very specific topic. And a very big thank you to each and everybody on this panel, because the best part about the discussion that we had, it was completely freewheeling. And there was a lot of insights, a lot of cross-questioning, a lot of notes taken, and I think I feel very happy because the panel actually questioned each other, and my job became that much more simpler. So thank you for organizing it, and thank you to each and everyone on the panel for making it. The best part about it was the topic, right? We were talking about cricket, and it can't get more contextual than that, right? I'll just give an example. I know I'm running out of time, but I just want to compare two things that happened in the T20 World Cup. Two jersey sponsorships that have just happened. Flipkart took a jersey sponsorship of Namibia, and Live Pure took a jersey sponsorship on West Indies. Okay. Now the India-Namibia match had probably 1/3 the India-West Indies match viewership, obviously because West Indies qualified into Super 8. But the rememberability and the recall that Flipkart was able to create, because it created a campaign around it saying that, hey, we got this on a deal, so if you come to Flipkart, you get a deal, was a whole amount of storylining that went along with just the sponsorship. So the important aspect I'm trying to underline with this example is that it's not just being associated with a high decibel event like cricket, but how do you build cultural context? How do you build cultural nuance? How do you bring in not just vernacular language, but a lot of cultural subtext to the audience that you're speaking to become so much more powerful as a group, right? And of course, the reason I wanted all of them on stage, because all of them brought such a unique perspective, such great examples, that it's better you hear it from them. So maybe Sean, we can start with you. Or ladies first. I think we can start.
No, I agree with Karthik. I think it was a very enriching discussion. I'll focus more on one of the insights which I thought was very, very valuable. And I think it was the fact that while vernacular content is extremely important, it's important to keep it contextual. It's important, and it's not about translating every content to it, but actually transcripting basis on the context and the audience and the platform that you are on.
Right. So I think the insight that I loved the most was where we were speaking about IPL or cricket gives us an opportunity to create awareness. It doesn't really lead to conversion. We've seen that ourselves. Bunch of us discussed about it. But then if you start creating content around cricket in certain areas, in certain channels, that's where it clicks. So whether you go to a very deep, let's say a vernacular language around a particular culture or not, will all depend on your product. But it does work. Some things work, some things don't work. It's very, very, very context dependent. We had people from all around, industries, and all of us had very, very different experiences. But yeah, that's essentially it. You try things around. Maybe just a blanket campaign really doesn't work.
Hi everyone, Siddharth this side. I think at a cricket level, because it's a mass sports, so the intent of all the brands is basically to create a noise, and especially I think most of the brands here are known brands. So is cricket important for brands who are big in size and have an heritage is something I think was a takeaway for me, that it's not the brand that we play when cricket ecosystem is going around, but it's the category that we can go deep into. I'll give you an example. So I represent TTK Prestige, which is basically a kitchenware brand. Everybody knows Prestige, but you don't know that Prestige sells a tawa or Prestige sells mixer grinder, and so on, right? So we go deep in terms of creating category awareness through this cricket association, and that is where we are able to create a dent or impact, or the awareness layer we touch base. So for heritage brands like us, also have a space in cricket where we can create some noise in some way or the other.
Yeah, for me, I think echoing to all the perspectives that the team spoke about. Hi, I'm Avijit, I represent Flipkart. One of the interesting things that came up is that the new generation watches cricket on two screens. It's a norm rather than exception, right? So how do we as marketers figure out a way around it to adapt to the new reality and use that two-screen experience to drive down your message? Was a very interesting insight that I picked up.
Hi, I'm Sean from Paragon Footwear, and I would like to say whatever they all said. Sub points khatam kar diya. What is left for me? It was an interesting session because I think we went beyond cricket to what Rasika spoke about, Kumbh and vernaculars. I being from heading marketing for a brand which is very mass, where it goes to the lowest common denominator of of people and our citizens of this country. Vernacular plays a very important role, and one of the points discussed was about second screen and how we could probably leverage that. And I don't think we have done enough of that right now, but we're trying to leverage more of vernacular content, bringing the cultural context in vernacular content, not just like Rasika said, just translating or dubbing it into multiple languages, but translating it, which we've been doing. But I think we need to do more of with local influencers, because that's what we are. We are a very local brand. We need to get more hyper-local and bring in the cultural context to leverage it. And, this is a great opportunity because obviously IPL is the biggest media property in the year nowadays, especially in summer, peak summer, which is our peak season. So how do we marry that, get that flavor of IPL into content, vernacular content? Also the second screen, because that has become pivotal nowadays in the way people watch content, be it watching a match on the TV or in watching in cinemas. So yeah, so that's about it.
So yeah, I mean, in conclusion, I think one of the things that, in fact, MMA team, because it was a very open-ended conversation on cricket, they also had to, nudge me to say that, hey, there has to be a ShareChat push on this. So just quick 2-3 things, right, in terms of where ShareChat fits from a cricket context is that, and I was telling the panel that I was talking to that we now have short-form exclusive cricket rights as a partnership, as a larger partnership that we have with Jio Hotstar in terms of clip rights on our platform. So of course brands can leverage that. But more importantly, we also have two interesting things. One is we have a very strong creator base of hyperlocal voices that exist in the country. We have about 1.5 lakh monetizable creators, and these are spread across the pin code of the country. So it's not just a metro phenomena. You have hyperlocal voices who connect with that audience down to the pin codes that we are looking at. And the third one, which is I would say a content disruption that's happened on us, is the entire new format of microdrama that we've launched, and that's seeing a massive explosion today from a content ecosystem. Would love for, if anybody wants more details, to touch base with you after this. Thank you so much. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Karthik. I think Ashwin from PhonePe and Rasika forgot to introduce themselves, but Rasika's from Tata Soulful and Ashwin's from PhonePe, just to set context. Thank you so much.